trying to compose myself here. So as you can see, I got returned to orbit because I was inactive. Yes, this time, it is on my fault. It is on me. Um, no big deal. But to be fair, I was kind of pouting. See, earlier this season, because Bungie got super hyper precious about my internet connection, or I was canceled by a clan, which, believe it or not, does actually happen. Changed my mind. Uh, I was all excited to go ahead and start working on gilding of the one and only title that I actually gave a shit. Well, that I stumbled into, but then eventually gave a shit about, and that was the Dresden one. So at the present time, all I have to do is reset my infamy, win 3 more matches, and then win 5 more matches where I don't die. That's a low bar for me. It really, truly, honestly is. Except for when the blueberries or randos or forkies that you're playing with tend to draw fire towards you. And I don't know if this is a strategy in Gambit right now, but for the last 3 days that I've been playing Gambit, which has not been a spamming kind of play, I've been binging Gambit because I've been very cautious about how I play Gambit, and I'm going to share all that with you in a minute. But for the last 3 days while I've been playing Gambit, it seems like the big thing that people like to do in the game is get the aggro of, say, like an ogre, and or a shrieker, and then draw that aggro towards somebody else, and then they dodge up or blink out of the way, or do whatever and get out of the way. Basically, you get murdered, and while the enemy is murdering you, you're trying to defend yourself, so obviously you're softening up the target, and then they just do the cleanup. They get the motes, they get the kill and everything, and you're just stuck with another tick off your record for dying during a match, which of course this right here, like I said, is really easy to do if you just don't die, which means you play a little bit more conservatively than normal. Now, I'm not a terrible player in Gambit. I'm not S-class in Gambit. But I don't actively troll my teammates in Gambit. I don't think there should be an invader in Gambit. And I definitely don't think that Gambit should be counted as PvP. And you shouldn't be treating your weapons as PvP, or your armor or your abilities as PvP in Gambit. I don't think that's really worth it. Overall, what do I think about this season? Man, I was done with this season after the 2nd week, honestly. Season of the Seatbelt, and yeah, I call it Season of the Seatbelt because it looks like a seatbelt. Well, actually, it's the banners that hang out at the battlegrounds. They look like seatbelts. But in any case, Season of the Seatbelt for me kind of was like done in about, actually, let's say the first, after about the 3rd week. And maybe it was because I didn't divide my time up between Iron Banner, Gambit, and Basic Crucible. Maybe it was because I did get that 2-month restriction because my internet's not up to quality, which is fucking bullshit because my son plays on the same internet that I play on in here, and he's never even had a problem. So, which is why I believe I was canceled after doing a 5-match run with virtually the same lobby, and we didn't totally bash them, because obviously they would just re-lobby us altogether if that was the case, but there were some pretty clumsy invaders on the enemy team and very predictable behavior, and I mean, that's what you're supposed to do in a game. You're supposed to learn patterns and then apply, appropriate strategies and tactics to meet those patterns and answer those patterns. And I did. So, half the time I sniped them as they spawned in because I predicted properly where their spawn point was going to be. There's only 3 spawn points per map in Gambit. I mean, God forbid Bungie invest the extra couple pages worth of code to, randomize the spawn or offer the invader a more significant shield where they can't shoot or use abilities, but you can't kill them until they get out of the spawn area. That's so easy to do. And I know why Bungie does it the way they do it, because they want you in their face. They want the matches to go quick. It's the players that drag the fuckers out, and I'm not into that. I like quick, fast activities. I don't have a lot of patience for 30-minute activities or beyond, which is why I don't mess with
all right. Let's see what we've got.
So, Gunsmith Bounties. Yes, I am working the Gunsmith Bounty, but I am doing it with the Malfeasance. Anybody who plays Gambit and has not earned or used the Malfeasance in Gambit, basically, you're shitting all over your teammates, You should have the Malfeasance in your inventory by now if you've been playing since Destiny 1. I mean, since the launch of Destiny 2. And for sure, if you've been playing any Gambit, and if a Gambit is anything of an interest to you, you know, I went for the Malfeasance, and by extension ended up getting the Dredgen title, simply because of the activity that you had to do to get the Malfeasance. So, yeah, do I use the Malfeasance? Yeah, even against regular enemies. Believe it or not, it kicks ass on Scorn. I don't know why that is, but it just seems to shred them. Especially these shieldy assholes. I'm trying to go for a blocker, yes. But honestly, just trying not to die. Gotta use the Z-axis, my friends. Oh, I don't want to die for you, but what the hell. I gotta do my Guardian measure to best. You even get those motes that I made. How's that? It's your head start. Well, you're probably pissed off just like I was last match. Well, I'll make sure you get some motes, buddy. Paco's just here to fucking not die. And win. I want to win. I don't want to die. Super easy. Should be barely an inconvenience. They should be dropping a blocker. Oh, they should be. Oh no, they can't because we got something on them. So don't run up on my ass, and you won't get the aggro of the enemies that I'm proccing. How's that? That's the other thing I cannot stand in this game. They think that you can just run right through your allies. That's not a strike zone, babies. I mean, it's not a patrol zone. Okay, and it's not the tower. I think that's a real mistake. Now, they disable you being able to... Oh, we have fucking invaders. Well, blockers, I mean. This is what I'm talking about. Come on, put it in there, dummy. Fuck. Do you really have the fucking patience for this? Your allies back. Enemy. They scored a kill. They're just fucking annoying. They're not even like challenging, you know, once you pick apart their strat. Oh my lords. Yes, I did anticipate it. You wanna know why? Because I saw the build up. Is it that hard to fucking do? No, really. Let's go get that high value target. He's just scooting around up here. Where'd you go, buddy? Did you die? Or did you leave the map? I saw him up there. You saw him up there. He was right there. Must have left the map.
Go look him in the
or somebody killed him. Really? Okay. Okay, no, we're not having a moat strain. And an invader. Nice.
You're shedding moats. Kill the blocker. Invader on the field.
Oh, freaking goblin doing things.
High value target skip town. Get the
I kind of figured. I'm gonna dive, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this real quick. Yep.
You're losing moats.
Well, there goes this match. I don't know what to focus on now.
Nice.
Guess I'll just coast it because there's no point in playing through. See, that's the other thing about Gambit. It teaches bad Guardian habits. It really does. I don't care if you're a Stasis player or a Light player. It doesn't matter. You know, if you play the Darkness or you play the Light, I don't care. A bad Guardian is that when you drop an invader, when an invader drops, everybody stop what you're fucking doing and hunt that motherfucker down. Just like the strategy behind everybody getting the Malfeasance. We all don't have to kill him. You just gotta put a bullet in him. 5 bullets, he dies. You know, that's the rules. So if the 4 of us focus on the invader, He can't kill us all right off the bat unless we're complete stupid or he's doing the aimbots. So many potatoes. So little broth. Just die already, Captain. This is what I don't like about the storm. What are you doing, homie? Just hanging out?
Enemy invader is down. You can breathe now.
Yeah, the invader should always be priority 1. Especially when you're this close to summoning. You know, you shouldn't be fucking around with the invader. Same with the high value target. Same with the fucking bank blockers. You need to get them in there. Whatever. Yeah, just run right at me, dude. Because you know what? You don't see anything but just what's at the end of your gun, do you? So I've already consigned myself to the fact that I will not be gilding my Dredged title this season. How does that make me feel? It makes me feel like I just don't want to fucking care. It really doesn't. It does not inspire me to want to break my ass to engage in the content anymore. It really doesn't. Especially if I have to be at the mercy of getting my ass canceled just because I fucking, you know, I'm strutting around with the title and the malfeasance. Which, of course, I do think I have the title on my character. These jokers to settle in. And like I said, I mean, the whole thing behind Destiny is it's a power fantasy. It's not a sandbox. Alright, so he's not back here. He's right on the steps. He's not showing up on my radar, so he's over at the, yeah, there we go. Here he comes. Here he comes.
Vader's dead. Keep
That's how you do it.
Vader down. Hey, you can't blame him for trying.
It's not hard. Slow you down a little bit.
On the prime evil.
Oh.
Vader's here. Brace yourself.
He's over here. Oops. And he's gonna be pissed at me. Woohoo! Wow, he's a fast one. Spend all your time on me, buddy.
Vader's gone.
There we go. See? That's how you do it. If you don't have the engagement, just run around. Just chase his ass. Have him chase you down. That's all you gotta do. Because he will fucking continue invading, especially since I pissed him off about these. See what I mean? See what I mean?
Brace yourself.
And he's on.
Brother.
And we're done. So that's a win, but it's not going to be anything of a triumph.
You fight like that every day? I don't ever want to see you go to war. There'd be no one left.
See? 5 of 10 still. It's not going to change. There's just, I mean, you know, this is going to clear, and this is going to clear, but this is going to be the albatross. And so, you know what? I mean, I don't even have the title equipped. You know? That's like... it gives me something to do, I guess. I don't know. At the present time, for the last 2 seasons, I have been basically keeping a small scorecard on a daily basis, grading my experience in the game, my personal takeaway from the game. Under the caveat that I don't binge. When I binge, for me, binging is playing like 3 hours, 4 hours at a time. So playing for just maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours, you know, throughout the day, which, by the way, I'm going to be wrapping this video here in a few seconds after this match. After this match, not in a few seconds, obviously. Hopefully, this match isn't going to last a few seconds. That would be embarrassing. So I've been grading my experience, and I grade it on the following. First off, do I feel that the gun engagement has been satisfying? So, because it's a shooter, okay. Do I think the loot has been satisfying? Because it's a looter. Has the multiplayer experience been satisfying? Because it's a multiplayer. Has my online experience been satisfying? Because it's online. And has my power fantasy experience been okay? Because if I don't feel overall powerful when I'm playing this game, it totally defeats everything this game was made for. It's a first-person, open-world, sort of, multiplayer, sort of, shooter-looter, power fantasy game. Those are all the things that describe Destiny. That's the way it's been described since E3. And in Destiny 1, you felt powerful. Yes, there were nerfs to certain guns and abilities. Yes, there were enemy buffs, mechanical changes, and things like that. Things that tweak the game here and there to make it more challenging, as Smith would say.
Ooh!
But
Scorn
in the end,
approaching.
you're playing demigods, okay?
Hey,
It's not like
you're
you're
gonna
playing
love
Minecraft,
this.
Rust, Ark, or
I don't
Conan
scare,
Exiles,
but when it comes
or
to the
Valheim,
scorn,
which I don't play
bring an
Valheim because it's on
extra
PC
just
right
in
now.
case.
Only, I only play console. And,
Transmat ready.
you know,
Give me those moats and I'll make you rich.
the last
brother.
couple seasons, actually last couple years, I have not felt very powerful playing this game. It does not sate that God mode kind of experience. Now, I'm not saying that you need to just like constantly win. I don't expect to win every single encounter. That would get boring. You know, you need to have stakes, otherwise there's no point in the story. And the story's always been pretty okay in Destiny. It's never been really a big deal. You know, having a lack of narrative. There is a story here. I mean, yeah, you got to look through it. You pick it up in the playing pieces, which honestly, as a person who plays Magic the Gathering, that's not a big thing for me because the entirety of the Magic the Gathering story is in the playing pieces, and that's the way it started. Now, yes, you can buy novels to get the full story, and yes, you can watch videos and people talk about lore. I do that just as well. And honestly, if Bungie doesn't pick up the power fantasy for me, if I don't start feeling truly like... And once upon a time, I used to wake up in the day. I kid you not. This is sad. Please, somebody, you know, go ahead and put me in rehab. Back then, I would wake up in the morning, and after, you know, kissing my wife good morning, and you know, engaging with my kids, and hanging out at breakfast, and talking about what we're going to do for the afternoon and all that stuff, while everybody else in the world is starting their day with a cup of coffee and the daily news, I started my day with a cup of coffee and a round or two of Gambit. You know, oh, no, not back in Destiny 1, it was, you know, Crucible. I would play some Control, or I'd play a Strike, or, you know, something quick and dirty, you know, 12, 15-minute activity, and then it was it. It was off to start my day, go to work, whatever. You know, if I was doing a project outside of the studio, and that was it. I mean, Destiny in the morning was kind of my thing, which is why Ooh, is this a high-value target back here? No, it's just I don't want to fight.
You're losing moats. Ice the block. High value target. Burn it down.
Dead, dead. Yeah. Oh, hey, look, he saw I was there, and he dodged out of the way. That's a good sign. I give you kudos for paying attention to that high-value target. This is not hard. None of this is hard. I'm sorry. That's part of the power fantasy in itself, but does it ever actually feel powerful?
Invaders here. Brace yourself.
Where is the invader? Oh, that's right. There he is. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Here we go. He's over here. No, that's the bad
Enemy
guy.
invader down. Hey,
Never mind.
you can't
Somebody
blame
get him?
him
Oh,
for
yeah,
that.
cool.
Watch it. You're shedding moats.
Not
Kill the
anymore.
blocker.
Wow, they're just dropping them. Whoops. I guess I'll just hang here at the bank and take care of the blockers, cause yeah. Granted, yeah, he won't invade. Yeah, they got a little bit to go for an invader.
Hostiles incoming at command.
Come on. Here we go. There'll be a blocker and then immediately an invader. It's mid-game strategy. Surprised none of our guys have gone over. Now would be the good time to do so. Alright. It's just a... Yeah, I was gonna say. Then there should be a drop. Yep.
Hostiles incoming at the burrow. Invader on the field. Careful.
Oh, I didn't anticipate that.
Portals ready.
Damn it, died again. Oh well.
Invader's gone. Get him next time.
Yep, whatever.
Invaders back. 2 kills.
Why do we have to keep getting scored? I mean, come on.
Incoming hostiles at the ring.
And whatever happened to that fallen map that we used to play on? Well, you know, with the pit in the middle. That was a fun map.
Sending small blocker. Portal's ready. Go say hello. Allies invaded. Almost there. Fill the bank to summon a primeval. Hostiles incoming at the burrow. Your invader's dead. Sending him back.
I'm not gonna be able to get these motes in, am I?
Primeval's up. Target the envoys first.
That was bullshit. Why'd I fucking juke over to the right? This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, we've already gotten the D score here. Something amazing needs to happen in order to bring that up. Because that's like 3 days in a row. I paid for this. God damn it.
Brace yourself.
I paid for the base game and I paid for the fucking goddamn season. That's it. I'm just not paying for the seasons. That's good. Just run away. Because, you know, that's an effective strategy.
Primeval compromise. Burn it down.
Almost got it.
Vader's gone. Get him next time.
So far, loot is an F. First-person shooting experience has been C. Multiplayer experience has been about C. Kind of round potatoes. Doing okay so far.
You're being invaded. Find them before they find you.
I always prefer it when
Allies
the guys
headed
get
to the
invaded.
other side.
I already died once, so I don't really fucking
down. Hey, you can't blame
I guess somebody else gets to get their guild. That's fine. This will be the last match, and then I'm just gonna go back to playing Conan because honestly, I'm just disappointed. Yeah, it's showing in my gameplay too. I just don't fucking care. I'm not gonna quit out. Be that guy still. See? I mean, really, why am I even here? I need to be here. I think 4v4 is too many people.
That primeval's not long for this world.
Everything else needs to stay the same. Just make the 3v3 experience.
Invader income. Yes, sir. That's what I.
And don't put us on. Don't put us on 2 separate maps. Put us on one map. You know, 3v3 in each other's face all the time, and killing each other doesn't do anything but slow you down as far as the positive
quite
modes.
the haul, thank you very much.
And you get one bank.
Old Drifter's gonna put these moats to good use.
You get one bank.
Trust.
How's that? Now, you want to make it PvP? You want to make it competitive? Okay, well, then you know, do that. Make it that competitive. Friendly fire, so you could accidentally kill your own teammates. Same map, one map. That will save on coding. You don't have to worry about coding for 2 maps now. You don't get any points for killing the other guys. All you get to do, all you're doing is slowing them down, denying them moats, and keeping them from banking. That's basically it's the same thing, but still. Pull each and every single achievement for killing invaders or invading and killing your opponent team. Pull all that shit so there's no attraction to doing it. You get a choice. You could either kill more enemies than your opponents and bank more moats than your opponents, or you can prevent your opponents from banking as many moats as possible. And whoever summons the primeval, all 6 players have to fight the primeval. How's that? At the very end, I mean, wouldn't that be just a perfect thematic event right there? The perfect thematic experience. You start off being in competition with each other. Because it's friendly fire, you're also in competition with your team, which you already are. I mean, let's be honest. The only difference is that the griefers on your team can get away with griefing because there's no friendly fire, so you can't like turn around and shoot them in the face for blocking your attack or getting you murdered by drawing the aggro to your position. So, friendly fire, 3v3 on the map, same map, and then at the end, as soon as the primeval is summoned, everybody has to eliminate the primeval. Then scores are tallied. Whichever team did the most damage to the primeval wins. You know, gets points for that. Whichever team banked the most votes to summon the primeval gets some points for that. So there's two points right there. You don't get points for eliminating each other. Okay, you don't get points for eliminating each other. You just get points for most motes banked and most damage done to the primeval. And man, the laser beam focus on that would just in the thematic draw-in for that would just be so intense. I mean, I think the only thing in the game that they could add that would actually wow me enough to want to pay for next year's season pass, annual pass, would be ship-to-ship Guardian combat. That would probably be the only thing. If they could guarantee in the next year that we're actually going to get ship-to-ship aerial combat, I might pay for the annual pass then. Or if they bring back Sparrow Racing, that's a monthly activity. I might pay for the season or the annual pass then. But as it stands right now, I'm not, because I just don't feel the value. I mean, I'm going to put it to you right here. I'll show you right now. Getting the seasonal exotic early was okay, but do you see me playing with it? No, not at all. And the only reason why I kept playing with it was, well, specifically to get the catalyst, and that's just because I'm a collector. But all this stuff down here, you know, the extra materials, the access to the early shader, these are not good stat rolls. You know, I mean, resilience and strength and discipline, that's okay. But for me as a hunter, it's mobility, recovery, and intellect. Um, and of course, and they're only 1309 because I'm 1309 right now. So this is just like the top track is enough for me, honestly. I really don't need to pay for all this, but I paid for the annual pass, so I'm dug in for the next 2 seasons as far as committing. But I don't know. As it stands right now, Bungie's game score for me is a solid D. C's get degrees. D's, I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. I mean, there are moments where I get the fuck yeah moment, and there are some games where and then honestly, to be full disclosure here, when I am playing with my clanmates, when I'm playing with my friends, I'm having a good time. But then again, we could be playing anything. We could be playing Minecraft. We could be playing Rocket League. We could be playing, any game. As long as I'm playing with my friends, I'm having a good time. When I'm playing by myself, that experience should still be there. I should still be having a good time, whether I'm playing with my friends or not. And like I said, back in Destiny 1, it felt like that for me. If my friends were working that day and I had the day off and I wanted to play, I knew I could get in and get some games and enjoy myself. There were things to do that I felt like it was mattering. Nothing I do in this game feels like it matters anymore. And it's not burnout because I'm still here. I'm still playing. I do enjoy playing Gambit. I have a lot of fun playing Gambit. But I'm just not really. I'm just really not feeling powerful. That's the real thing. I'm giving my score of D is my rating of their power level, because like I said, the game is a shared world multiplayer, which means the same thing. Open world multiplayer shooter looter power fantasy. If it wasn't a power fantasy, we'd all be like Call of Duty grunts or playing Enlisted, which is a new multiplayer game that's actually pretty interesting. Hope it comes to console. I haven't checked to see if it will come to console. But yeah, I mean, I don't play with anybody really on Conan Exiles, but everything I do in Conan Exiles feels like it matters because it is a sandbox survival game, open world. And even though I play just an average Joe with the ability to resurrect itself, I do feel more powerful playing Conan Exiles than I do most times playing this game. That's saying a lot, really. So guess that's it. Anyway, for those of you who did stop by and watch this, go ahead and let me know how you feeling it. Well, how would you on a school grade of this game over the last couple of seasons? How would you grade this game? And I said, again, use these criteria: open world, because that's what it says it is; multiplayer, because that's what it says it is; first person. You can't really complain too much about that. I mean, I'm in third person right here in the social space, and I'm in third person during my supers, and I'm in third person with a sword, and I'm in third person with my dodge ability, and okay. So yeah. Shooter, rate your shooting experience. Do you feel the guns make you feel powerful? I know that sounds cringy, but still, it is part of the game. And the loot, and then give an overall power fantasy rating, which is like the final modifier. Like, if you still feel powerful, even though all the other aspects were kind of subpar, excuse me. Like, if you give everything else an average score of D, but the power fantasy was an A for you, then you could do the GPA for that. You could bump it up a little bit for that. But let me know what your score is, and thanks for stopping by.